for instance, the children, they learn Basque at school, they become Basque speakers, but then when they are in the street, the offer they have in the leisure time is in Spanish or in French. Nowadays they are in the streets all the time. Everything is in Spanish, is in French, also in English, but there is not a lot of things in Basque. In the socioeconomical, some steps have been down, but nowadays, it's a Spanish or a French word. If you go to a supermarket, if you go to a shop and so on, or also in department stores, maybe everything is bilingual, both Spanish and Basque. But as I've said there, it's not a real bilingualism. In the Spanish state, the Spanish is dominant, and in the French state, the French is dominant. On the one hand, we have in the public schools, we have the Model D, this immersion model. But apart from the model school, the public school, we have our own system of schools. It's called Ikastola. And nowadays it's very healthy because we are 115 centers throughout the territory, more than 55,000 students, so it's very healthy. And we have our own curriculum project, we create our textbooks and so on. And the Basque language and the Basque culture is on the center of our pedagogical project. The situation here is closer to the situation of the Basque language in the French state. Because in the French state, the Basque has no any legal recognition. No, it's true that I think that is a little better than here, the Basque language. But so the most important thing is to have a strong civil society. This is the way we have built Ikastolas there. We have created newspapers because what the public institutions are not going to do, the civil society must do. I have been twice at United Nations denouncing the French state because the French state also denied the existence of minorities. There are only two states in the world that in the United Nations treaties, they deny the existence of minorities, France and Turkey. And I've been twice in the United Nations denouncing the French state. And in one committee, in the Committee of Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, there was a resolution saying to the French state that he must recognize the minorities. So I think in that issue it's very important just to make international denounces, just to show to the world, to show the United Nations that there is one state included in the United Nations that they should respect the Declaration of Human Rights and that do not recognize even the reality that both of us, we are minoritized languages, that we have suffered processes of substitution, of minoritization, and the other point is that we have very strong communities. And thanks to the communities, our language are alive. To make official recognition of the language is the most important. If the Kurdish language have legal recognition, then the public authorities, they will have obligations. So the first thing, very important, to have a legal recognition. I think in the negotiations will be, legal recognition of the language. And then we will talk about the language policy, we will talk about the obligations, but the most important thing is to have a legal recognition. Language recognition is a socio-political process. So you need, as I've said before, you need a legal recognition, official recognition, a language policy, but you will, even you have the best language policy, if you don't have a social support, the language won't be revitalized. You must to reinforce the civil society to create a real community and then to fight in order to achieve the official recognition. I think nowadays, and in the new context you have, it's very important to claim for official recognition for the Kurdish language.